Save big money on your next project. Right now at Menards. Give your home an elegant look with Mastercraft Pre-Finished Hardwood Molding. Available in 5 pre-finished colors to save you time. Just cut and install for a simple upgrade to any room. Save big on all Mastercraft molding products. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
This Halloween, go big on the boo at Cub. We're all about more fun, more treats, more tricks, and more ways to celebrate and save. This week, get fresh 80% ground beef for just $2.99 per 16-ounce Flavor Seal package. Don't miss our frozen pizza sale with 15 tasty brands, all for just $4.99 each with My Cub Rewards. And treat yourself to Driscoll's Raspberries for only $1.88 each with My Cub Rewards. See store for details.
There's a new class of blockbuster drugs. Drugs like Ozempic. They're changing bodies.
And all of a sudden, just the weight starts falling off.
Fortunes.
It just got too expensive.
They're just bank breakers.
And industries.
There was a lot of excitement. There was a lot of skepticism.
The impact of these drugs from business to health is just beginning.
From the journal, $1 Trillion Shot. Tap now to listen on Spotify.
Well, doesn't look like I've been canceled yet, so let's have some fun. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. How y'all doing? So hopefully Siege is treating you all very, very well. I actually should check on Siege. I have not checked on it yet. Let's go check on Siege, see how we're doing. Okay, we got some feral gear already. Do I want any defense battles? I want a defense battle. Ooh. Wow, I actually beat that team. That's impressive. tempted to try that team, but I'd rather not. Okay, where's my Narcissus? There you are. I'll go with the extra speed. And let's see. Where is my Padre? Hey, Haas, how's it going? I should have brought cleansing. That's annoying. But I can try to lock you out. That worked. I'd shout you out, Haas, but like you're the only one here right now, so. Do you know about yourself? You better be following yourself. How's it going on this fine Tuesday? Nice. All right. Clan boss. Should have 2 keys. Yep. Hey, woman thing, how you doing? We have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday going on so far. Yes, I think it's wonderful. I'm not quite sure if I'm awake at the moment, but assuming I'm awake, it's been a great day. Because apparently I have not been canceled based on the video reaction I've got so far, so that's good. I guess that's kind of what happens when you put out a video saying you kind of don't hate the changes that they put into Hydra. Yeah, I mean, ultimately it's a nuanced response. And so, yes, I like a lot of the changes, or at least the spirit of a lot of the changes. No, I don't think every change was great, nor do I think that they've gone far enough in a couple cases. And they still need to do some other stuff, which is why I decided I wanted to outline also what I would still continue to do with them. So. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, and actually Nub put it really well, which is kind of what I was trying to, channel a little bit too, is that basically the old cycle of Hydra used to be you'd kill the heads, and then the heads would be decapitated, and then you would do a bunch of damage to that, which felt good, and then they would come back up, and you could kind of sort of control them. And what they did is, because the heads come back up faster, at least in the endgame teams, you spend less time with the decapitated heads, which means you're doing less damage in general. Then you spend extra time with these stupid 100% damage reduction heads. You know, and I offered some interesting options for it. I get why they did it, and the idea was basically, if there was any damage allowed, you could possibly one-shot them. So they need to figure out ways to prevent the one-shots or manage them somehow.
Chapel Roan, The Weeknd, Sabrina Carpenter, and so many more are on the best of 2024 Top 100 Hits. Listen on Spotify.
This Halloween, go big on the boo.
So we'll see if they ever do it.
We're all about more fun, more treats, more tricks, and
Yeah, it's
more
fine. If
ways
I run
to
out of energy, we
celebrate
can
and
go
save.
get that.
This week, get fresh 80% ground beef for just $2.99 per 16-ounce Flavor Seal package. Don't miss our frozen pizza sale with 15 tasty brands, all for just $4.99.
Actually, I don't need to do that, so we'll
And treat
stop
yourself
the
to
multi-battle
Christmas
once this is
bread
done.
for only $1.88 each with micro-
I know what I need to
See
do.
store for details.
There's a new class of blockbuster drugs. Drugs like Ozempic. They're changing bodies.
And all of a sudden, just the weight starts falling off.
Hey, Mom. Or Moom, or
And industries.
Moom.
There was a lot of excitement. There was a lot of skepticism.
The impact of these drugs from business to health.
I'll call you
is just
Moom,
beginning.
From the journal, $1 Trillion Shot.
because calling you Mom would just
Tap
feel
now to
weird.
listen on Spotify.
Yeah, it's one of these things where there's a lot of what are you tolerating versus what's too much. And I get people don't like their numbers going down. Oh, you moo? Got it. And to be fair, I get it too. I don't like my numbers going down, but the idea was the numbers go down across the board for most people. Anyone on the high end that's doing all the damage and getting the top chests is still getting the top chest. The problem is they basically said they told everyone you're still going to get the rewards you used to get, clearly knowing that wasn't going to be the case, because they knew they were reducing the damage, and they just kind of overlooked the fact that they reduced the damage from a lot of the younger people as well. Exactly. I mean, I don't know, where am I at just for... I mean, to be fair, I only did 1.89. So, I mean, obviously I cleared it by quite a bit, but 1.89 is not clearing it by as far as you might think. But it really is kind of a mix of people reacting to stuff, because I've gotten everybody from people that say we're never doing Hydra again until they fix it, to people telling me they didn't lose any damage and they don't care. And it doesn't seem to necessarily depend on what end of the spectrum they are as far as what type of stuff they're doing. So, grab that. I need that book in a day or two, so... Hey, Ming, how's it going? Yeah, it's very clearly and objectively, they did not make every single mistake they possibly could have made with it. Now, are some of them better than others? Yeah, but... Hey, James, how you doing? You up for that gear cleanse tonight? Hey, Mr. Darksword, how you doing? You can't toss. It'll pull it automatically at the end of this. So you want to say what you want to do is you want to save it for the end of for the champion chase. Ow. Can you do that? I didn't think you'd be able to wait that long. Because you have to wait till Saturday to collect it. And I thought you could only wait a day on the on the rewards. I have enough left over that I've already got one from my Odin polls. Because I had 35 left. So I've already got one. I'm going to wait till Friday probably. Just because we should have a champion chase. Although I guess we do have champion chase points for that stupid little thingy. What's it? The Deck of Fate. That's not particularly great, but yeah, I mean it's not a bad Deck of Fate. I saw somebody call it the worst Deck of Fate we've ever seen, and it's not great. But it's not I don't think it's the worst we've ever seen. And to be fair, it's literally a champion chase in the middle of the week, which is something we almost never have. It won't be a summon rush if it's... Because we had a progressive last weekend after a 2x Sacreds 2 weekends ago. So it's a 2x weekend, and the 2x weekends are always champion chases. I think they're doing the champion chase during the Deck of Fate, because they're trying to tempt people into pulling voids, and I think it's 2x voids this weekend. Siffy is pretty cool. I'm actually on my alt. I'm actually close enough to where I think I can hit. I think I hit Mercy with my void pulls, or I'm actually debating saving my voids till I can get a Sulfurion on that account, because I really need a Sulfurion to go with Teox. Oh, it's a good time to farm Sand Devil. Oh, James, I was asking you if you want me to do that cleanse tonight. And if not, no big deal. And my hot take on Hansel and Gretel, I saw Bronco do some damage testing on the two of them. And the damage test was they're damage dealers. They weren't quite Supreme Helhane level damage dealers. And to be fair, Supreme Helhane actually does smack. But again, they're not voids either, so there's that. So I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to play it by ear until I see what the events are like. Sure, sounds good. Because, I mean, I've got enough Sacred Shards now, because I've recovered a couple and I've done Doom Tower, so I got all those. And I have my monthly one coming too, so I'll have 10 of them for this weekend. Nice, appreciate that. I actually got to 500. So did Mr. Darksword. Oh, it's this dude. Alrighty. That is an Oboro 6-star soul. I would like that, because I would like to try the Oboro teams, and you need that 6-star soul for her. And I don't have enough for her, and probably don't have enough to sell. Nope. Oh well.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up.
It's a nice, fun, you know, passive in the background game. So, you know, I'll throw it up when I'm in the restroom or just chilling, watching something I'm not really paying attention to. Yeah, I mean, I did the video on it. I don't know, James, if you saw the video I did on Gretel. My thought is, I do think that it will be helpful for people that don't have counters for mythics or are fighting mythics in Arena. And I do think it will help. The problem is that even if she gets the extra turn meter, she's not going to interrupt mythics. Because it's extra turn meter, not an extra turn or not immediately goes. So will be interesting.
At armyciviliancareers.com.
Meet Cheryl. Hey, she's on vacation and lost.
Hey. Oh, dang it. I mixed the wrong ones. I'm trying to mix more of these things because I ran out of them.
These skirts should have
Because I accidentally mixed like 35 big potions.
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up.
Oh, I didn't need to buy that energy. That's fine.
You in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase.
And to be fair, I'm debating whether or not I want to push this Sand Devil. Because, you know, these are nice. And I could use the sand stuff. Or I think I might just push more Spider to get this mission done. Because if I can get this mission done and to get this done next week, then I've got Maria sitting for the next CVC. Hey, somebody reached level 200. That would probably be Mr. Gaming James. Much appreciated, folks. And do check out Royal Match if you get a chance. Definitely appreciate that, you guys. It is a fun little casual match game and helps support the channel. You're supposed to say, yeah, that was me. Yeah. We may not. And that, I think, is the other thing that they overlooked, is because some people lost damage. Literally, people... Oh, it was Gooders. Awesome, Gooders. Much appreciated. How you doing? I'm doing pretty well. Let's do that. Just because you'll hit through segments passive. Hey, 2 people have hit 500 so far, so... Ah, the cooldown thing, yeah. That could be good. Block active skills is the best way to lock out mythicals. But that cooldown will help lock out a couple people. It'll help lock down our Mons, which is the other one that's nice. And to be fair, a lot of people don't have a lockout champion because lockout champions are voids. So Hansel becomes the first lockout champion that's not a void. Other than Countess Lix, I think. And Countess Lix doesn't show up in a lot of stuff because Countess Lix is only a 1 turn, I think. Let's see. Let's just check the Hydra quickly on kittens. Nope, we are not going to kill Brutal unless we get some few more people hitting it, so... And to be fair, we did lose Rawl this week too, so there's that. We just gotta get a few more new people, so we may actually have some people that may be able to hit Hydra soon. Okay, is that everything from there? That's good. I just think Polarium could do better, and I think if they had gone with these nerfs to say, hey, we're changing the difficulty of Hydra, we're upping it a bit, we're going to make it harder, but we're going to up the rewards a little bit as well, this would have gone over a lot better, because people would be upset that they're losing damage in Hydra, but they would be excited over the fact that they could get better rewards for doing it in Hydra eventually, and it would have been much nicer. But Polarium is super stingy with the rewards sometimes, I think to their own detriment. I need to run a ton of campaign on this account. That's annoying. Let's do that. It does remind me, let's just do this quickly.
Corn gluten meal, chicken byproduct meal, soybean meal. I don't think this is what my dog should be eating.
We agree. When it comes to dogs with food sensitivities, there's a better solution. Natural Balance limited ingredient recipes are uniquely formulated with a single source of animal protein and only high-quality ingredients you and your dog can both agree on. That's why veterinarians recommend Natural Balance. Natural Balance, a better solution.
At Danner, we know that a precise fitting boot is essential for longer days on the trail.
All right, so we'll get finish up with the arena fights quickly.
Built around the anatomy of the female foot, because your boots should
that should be fine. He doesn't have enough power to be high resistance.
Women's Precision Fit at Danner.com.
I was gonna sheep him always.
Ready for an exciting career in a diverse, vibrant workplace? Become an Army civilian. Enjoy a great salary.
We'll just eat through the stone skin.
Fantastic benefits, including health and life insurance, a matching retirement program, paid time off, and more. Plus, opportunities to mix career advancement with fun and travel at exciting locations across the country and around the world. What's not to love? Over 300 career paths available. Find the one for you. Just tap the banner to get started.
So I've got a ton of this I gotta do. I can save it for champ training then. I've got a bunch of energy right now. Let's just do it. Okay. Do that 3 times. And that will probably be enough to get these guys up to the max level, but that's fine. And this is kind of what I've resorted doing when I'm doing the quests that say do the 300 runs or 500 runs for whatever. As you can see, I've only done 130-ish runs for that monthly. So what I will do is I'll go all the way down to normal and run a bunch of normal fights and level up a couple champions. Alright, so stage selection, go there. I've got 129 on day 25, Haas. So actually, you're still in better shape. It really depends, though. If you get a bunch of the, it's nice to actually get the 7 in a row. I actually hate the 3 in a row. The 3 for battle clan boss. I'd rather get the 7 every day. Still, that's not enough because it's only 210. But and you know what? I'm just going to use gems and just have it go nuts because it's not going to use too many gems, I don't think. And then I just don't have to worry about it. All right, so let's get on to James's account. So guys, if you are not aware, if you get to at least level 125, you can get a takeover as well. So just when you've got a chance to get up to level 125 or higher on Royal Match, go into the paid takeovers and just let me know that you are claiming a takeover for the Royal Match. And that is what we're doing with James. We are doing a gear cleanse. He said specifically he is hurting on room for accessories, so we will probably end up starting there. All right, I'm gonna get an ad here while I'm doing this, so I will be back on James's account. And for those of you still here, running the ad while we're doing absolutely nothing particularly exciting saves everyone else time from getting interrupted. Okay, kitty. I never use them, and I get a bunch for free all the time, so it's what happens. There's a goodie bag. There's stuff. Yay, stuff. Alrighty. Alright. Select all, sell, we're good to go. Now, okay, good. You ran a bunch of pinpoint. That's great. So, awesome. So we're going to have to do same thing I did on my account. Is we're probably tossing even possibly perfectly good rings. That's hard to toss. If they're not amazing, or they're not rolled. Yeah, that one's already better than this one, so we'll get rid of this. Okay. So defense without HP percent isn't really worth even keeping usually. That's attack. Prefer HP to defense on attack rings. Okay, we're gonna get picky with these HP rings here. Okay. That. Okay. That's got attack percent. Prefer HP percent. And basically it's the case of 9-piece sets are just so much better that you're going to avoid using these regular rings most of the time now. So we're only keeping the best of the best. And until you get room, I'd rather throw a bunch of these out because these are easy to find again. Whereas Supersonic, Pinpoint, Slayer, not easy to find. Yeah, that one's got better HP, so. That can go away. That's not that great. And it really does help that it's gotten to a point now where I normally don't roll up the rings, but you almost need to roll up some of these rings just to see if they're even worth keeping in the first place. Yeah, that's not that great of a ring. And the reason I'm picking on rings, and I'm probably going to pick on amulets too, is banners, you still have the speed factor on them. So Okay. It's not a good keeper. Okay.
When you buy a new house, you might say,
Shut the front door.
winning,
No, seriously. Shut the front door. We own this house now.
but you actually need to say,
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
that's right.
That's a
Local
pretty
State
bad
Farm agent
rolls.
is there to help you choose the coverage you need.
Could be okay. That could be okay.
No one says that anymore, but I don't care.
So
No.
just remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
But yeah, this is really kind of just what you got to do with these things. This is what I've done on both of my accounts, and it really, really sucked. And I went really hard on Pinpoint, so I've got like a row. I've got like a row and a half to 2 rows of rings, amulets, and banners on almost every faction now in Pinpoint. I just have to roll some of the stuff up, but.
Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan
That
Chase
can
Bank.
go away. That's not bad.
The Ford Explorer is America's all-time best-selling SUV, but we couldn't leave it.
A lot of HP rings. This is where rolling some of these up would be helpful as well.
So we gave it an available 400 horsepower engine. It's up to you what you do with that power. The 2025
Maybe.
Ford Explorer. It's all in the name.
Based on S&P Global Mobility 1946 to current.
Yeah, those are the two potential to be better.
Identified as SUVs. Horsepower and torque ratings based on premium fuel per SAE J1349 standard. Your results may vary.
And Plurium's apparently dug in still on the, but they can't give us more space, which I guess is fine if there really is a technical limitation. It's still frustrating, though. Yeah, get rid of that one just to trim something. Yeah, that stuff needs to get rolled up before I can do more. But simply for the lack of potential, I'm not even keeping the epic rings anymore. It's just not worth it. Unless they're rolled up. If they're rolled up, they might be good. Okay, when it does that. Yeah, that's kind of gross. Do, 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 do. Let's just double check. Did I miss something? Just again, I'm starting to gloss over with all these percentages, so I need to double check a couple of them. All right. Now, well, at that point in time, we'll keep the ones with the defense percent too, because they're still better. And it's really one of these cases where if you roll 1 or 2 good rings in the regular stuff, you can sell all the rest of the same type of rings Yeah, Murder Wolf, I guess, and just as a programmer or as a guy that deals with programmers, I totally suspect the issue is that because they're playing to the common lowest denominator phones, there's just a technical limitation for how much the game can handle before it starts crawling. And and heck, I've heard content creators with PCs talk about how when they have the all gear on and it's showing you like 3,000 or 400,000 pieces of gear, it kind of slows down their system a bit. I've not noticed that, but my system might be gross. Then again, I'm currently streaming while I have 3 different copies of Raid running. So, yeah, apparently my computer's not normal. Okay, that is 48 down. Now let's just take a look quickly. Anybody that was like really bad after a cleanse, you're really bad. Okay, that's actually a good ring. That's also good. So we have 2 really good. Hey, Mithrak, how you doing? Okay, at this point in time, I'm just going to sell into these attack rings because we've got 2 good ones. Attack ring 2? No, it wasn't. Okay, that's possibly worth keeping. That is not worth keeping. I have no idea what other people says, but I mean, it took me a second. I had to look at it, but glad I got the name right. I almost put Mithraki, but, you know, I was like, nope, there's no I on the end of that. But that's the exclamation point, so I would have been forgiven for that one at least. Okay, that can go away too. Okay, defense and HP would be good. That's not great. One more. Whether or not this is good, we're either selling it, we're keeping it, and we're good there. Oh, Myrak. Okay. No. That I got right. Okay. All right. So let's just take a look at this quickly. That's not great, but not horrible. That's a good ring. This misses. I'm not going to worry about it. That hit defense. Yeah, that's not good. And to be fair, normally I don't do a lot of cleanses with the roll-up because they take forever then. But I'm looking for a few things here, and James is a regular. He's been a good supporter, so I can give a little extra to him. No attack yet. That's an attack ring. Okay. Hey, Auntie, how you doing? Yeah. And it should go without saying that classic rings and classic accessories are not worth re-rolling anymore. Because I'd much rather use a re-roll on like a supersonic piece that could be good. Yep, no attack rings, it's fine. Let's try this one quickly, because this has got all 3 stats. No, let's get rid of this one anyway. Fine. Let's trim another one or two of these if we can. This should be good. That's fine. Haha, I lived. See, Auntie's trying to cancel me the clever way. Drown me. Okay, that can go away. Anything else that's got that many of them? Oh, yeah. High elves. Let's find the better rings. My cat's already tried to do that, though. That's nice. This hopefully has some potential. It's good. You know, we're just gonna kill these three then. Orcs are fine. Banana lords are not. That's a nice ring. That's not a nice ring. And we're slowly getting there. Don't need that much attack on a defense ring. You. Okay, that's good enough. You. That's not gonna stay. So the only time we're willing to look at, that's interesting, HP rings that roll high on attack percent is really in Undead, and that's really a Rhodos thing only. Gonna run you out of silver on this gear cleanse. Ugh. All right.
When a vehicle is certified by Volvo, it's much more than a certified pre-owned. It's certified for that road trip you've been meaning to take. Certified for your growing
Let's check
family.
these.
Certified for
Attack
small
percent, please.
steps and big leaps.
Okay, that's a mythical that
Where the road
can
ahead may
be
take you this
okay.
season, Volvo hopes you enjoy every moment and are confident in the certified by
That,
Volvo
on the other
vehicle
hand, is
you've trusted
not.
to take you there. Contact your Volvo
I'll
retailer
roll this
today.
one up as well. I don't have high hopes for this one. Okay, that's not
People
bad.
just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your sunroof is closed first before driving through the car wash.
All right, we actually made 75. That's good.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply.
Okay, we don't need crit damage with resistance.
It's Northbrook, Illinois.
There's a better crit damage. That's got okay. There's a better crit damage.
Yeah. Can you handle that much
That's
caffeine?
kind of okay.
All the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Well, I do now.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of
Maybe.
your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Get rid of
Yeah,
that
I'm
one
cutting you
then.
off.
Did you say you're cutting me off?
You earn We Match. Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Okay, unrolled. We're just get rid of those. That's easy. In fact, we're just getting rid of unrolled at the moment. If they're rolled, I can at least look and see if they're worth keeping. But it's not worth spending silver to roll up a lot of these amulets anymore. It's just not. Let's do this way instead. All right, Shadowkin's already been dealt with. Sylvan, Elves, Dwarves, Sacred Order. A lot of HP. In that case, I can probably get rid of most of these HPs then. Get rid of that one as well. Don't like either of these two. There we go. No. That's not that exciting. That's usable. There we go. So if I see defense or HP banners with crit damage and attack, they're less likely to be exciting. So I'll tend to throw those away, which is kind of what I'm looking for here. Because it's just more likely to roll something I don't care about. You know what? I can get rid of this attack. Oh, okay, I'll keep that one. Mythical inaccuracy and an attack amulet. Okay, fine. See that use case. Damage, so we're good. That's something. All of those are defense. I can get rid of that one because there we go. All right, so we're already down to 1350 right here so far, so that's good. He's usable in Live Arena. If you can be fast enough with enough accuracy, you can catch people by surprise not realizing he's a lockout champion. So yeah, he's viable. He's not going to solve mythicals, but that's because lockout champions don't solve mythicals because they don't. So okay, I'm going to go check something here quickly before we go much further. Was kind of afraid of that. Good news is I probably can get rid of some of these. Okay, just new. Not anything exciting, no. Yeah, because right now I'm selling everything I get out of Spider until I can get into some more room. There's just really no point. Because you can always go get more later. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so the next question is checking for 5-star this stuff. Okay. I would probably sell this because I would use a 6-star attack banner with speed over the 5-star attack banner in pinpoint. But that's me. There's too many compromises with that, I think. That amulet you can compromise a little more with. So That's got speed at least. That's got speed at least. You know what? Let's cancel. Before I go trimming that, let's go back into looking at banners quickly. Any of these banners particularly gross looking? Nothing bad yet. Basically, if it doesn't have speed at this point in time, it's probably not going to get used. And even if it does have speed, it may depend on how good it is compared to anything else you got. Like that's a triple speed roll. That's going to be good.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Save big money on your next project. Right now at Menards. Give your home an elegant look with Mastercraft pre-finished hardwood molding. Available in 5 pre-finished colors to save you time. Just cut and install. Or a simple upgrade to any room. Save big on all Mastercraft molding products. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Hiring for your small
Catching a theme with this, so I think we're in good shape. That one's questionable.
Car keys in a fish tank.
Especially
LinkedIn
considering
helps you
that
hire
one.
professionals you can't find anywhere else. Even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the
Yeah, I
perfect
found
role.
one we can get
In a
rid of.
given month,
Okay.
Over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. With LinkedIn,
Unrolled, I don't
hire
need it.
professionals like a professional. Post your free job on LinkedIn.com.
Unrolled, I don't need it at the moment. Okay, that can keep. Okay. You just had 2 better defense banners that well, they could roll possibly better, but they're already really good, so no point in saving those that are unrolled. And that, okay, that's got resistance. Away. That can go away. That can go away. Those 2 can go away. Okay. Good. That's usable. Still got a ton of these things, though. How are we doing on the rolls for these? Yeah, I think I gotta clean up these. There we go. Okay, let's do this now. Next up is 5-star gear. Let's see here. I hate selling Blood Shield. The Blood Shield's hard to get. Reaction's less of an issue because reaction's not as exciting anymore. Okay, I saw he had a bunch of those. I can get rid of that one. Okay, this is actually something we can get rid of because that other one's going to be better. It's usable. I'll have to check those later. I mean, Blood Shield's not great, but it really depends on how much Blood Shield you have, so... And it's just kind of how the evolving meta has gotten. Blood Shield just used to have some good, interesting places, and now it's almost bad in Arena in some cases. Okay, that can go away. Those attack? Yes, they are. Okay. Okay, now let's just take a look at all these. So... Okay, that's a lot of reaction, but not a lot of that. Bunch of 6 stars, so that means this 5-star can go away. Because there's plenty of 6 stars. At least the ring. Okay, 5-star can go away. Not enough to throw away. Okay, that's fine. Yep, we got enough amulets there, so that's fine. Nope. Nope. Cleansings just feel bad at this point in time. That's not a great crit damage either. That's not a great ring. That can go away. Okay, that can go away. I will say Armands in Stone Skin and Supersonic can be a lot of fun. Because basically, if they can't check his turn meter ahead of time, they can't control him ahead of time, and they instead outspeed him, and then they buff, like what tends to happen, Armands will jump and turn and go, which is annoying. I had mine in Supersonic and Stone Skin, and I think I may figure out how to put him back in Supersonic. It's not a good ring. Alrighty. There we go. Inbox is clear with the accessories he had, and he had about 60 in there, and he's still got 150-ish room. So that's a good amount of headway. Bill never going to get used. That's not that exciting. Crit rate is set, and where his account is just not good. Okay, maybe. No. Don't like Fury.
The Volvo
I honestly don't like immunity anymore, really, either. Because if you're going to immunity, if you're going to use immunity, you might as well use Stone Skin, and you get better stats out of it. So immunity is pretty useless at this point in time.
Visit volvocars.com/US.
Unless the stats are absolutely amazing. To be fair, that's not bad. That's a crit damage. And that's actually pretty nice.
We can now make a major projection.
Election night in America, from the first votes to the
Okay, those are actually tolerable.
The way only CNN can bring it to you. Election night in America. Special coverage begins Tuesday at 4 on CNN and streaming on Max.
Check this out. The new iPhone
Shrink
16
these
Pro
things
built for
down as we
intelligence. At
go.
Verizon, you can get it when you trade in any phone from one of their top brands.
Any?
Any.
Even if it's 4 years old?
Yeah.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk?
Yep.
Even if it's 4 years
I'll
old
leave
and I
his
drop it on the
lifesteal
sidewalk,
alone. He doesn't
then
have
I
a lot of
scroll
it.
over, so now it's not just old and cracked, but shattered?
With Verizon,
That doesn't
the
need to
answer is
stick
always yes.
around.
Trade in any
That
phone
has
from one of our top
speed.
brands for the
That's
new
with
iPhone 16
speed.
Pro with unlimited Ultimate.
Got speed.
Plus, get a
Got
new
speed.
iPad.
Tolerable.
See Verizon.com for details. Apple Intelligence coming fall 2024.
No, that's 5-star. You know, poison is just not a good set anymore. Poison's not useful. Provoke is good. Counterattack's not bad. I'm not a huge fan of Stalwart, but you don't have a lot of it, so that's fine. Probably not worth keeping. Okay, maybe that one is, and okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty disgusting. That's not going to get used in Mortal. That's just trash set. Good. Yeah, that's not bad. Not a big fan of Frostbite. Alrighty. You're definitely not in bad shape with your with your artifacts in general. Other than it might not be a bad idea to just double check some of this stuff. Oh, that's 5-star? Ew. Because, yeah, you've got better 6-star gear sitting around, so this 5-star gear is not going to be worth it. That maybe, because that's mythical at least. Yeah, not that great. Mythical speed, mythical crit rate, mythical crit damage with crit rate and other stuff. Yeah, that's not that great. That's not good either. Maybe... Probably not. And then let's just take a look here. Anything here that doesn't have speed. I can see the value of that at least. Generally, I will not keep protection without speed for the most part, but at least this is rolling so well so far. It makes... In fact, let's roll this up. Crit rate? Oh, okay. That's now not go good. But protection is basically a new speed set, so it's if it doesn't have speed, it's probably not going to be useful protection. Particularly because if protection, you're using it for your protectors, you want them going as fast as possible to get to this 5% more damage per buff placed by the wearer. You want those buffs constantly up, which means you need your champions going very fast. So there's really very little room for no speed pieces. That may be because it's mythical crit rate. I don't like that. Because I'd rather have a speed boots or at least a 6-star boots, so... Awesome, James. Glad we could help. Definitely appreciate all the support, dude. And you know, it came about even on silver, I think. Maybe we lost a little bit because of some of the rings, but all good. And hey, look at this. We've run 234 campaign battles. And hopefully that helped you guys cleanse just a little bit. Why do I have these guys uneven? I always hate when that happens. Sometimes it manages this perfectly fine, and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, let's turn this off for now. So where are we at with monthly? 371. That's better than nothing. I've still got most of my gems left. That's fine. Yay! Commons. Woohoo! Wow, 10 commons. You won't see pluck like that on any other channel. That's fine. I'm not short on room, so I can clean that up later. And currently my priority for upgrades are pinpoint accessories with speed. Because finding stuff that has speed on it is pretty nice.
Busy days and long to-do lists? Don't forget about your eyes. Pearl Vision has stylish frames from brands like Vogue, Michael Kors, and more. Visit pearlvision.com to schedule your eye exam and get 40% off lenses.
And just to let you know, this is how much stuff, this pinpoint stuff I've got on some of my account here. I went really hard into it.
Ends December 31st, 24. Exams available at the Independent Doctors of Optometry at or next to Pearl Vision. Some doctors
All right, this is, I'll go with 12 anyway. Speed. That's a nice banner.
Any phone from one of their top brands. Any? Even if it's 4 years old? Yeah. Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk? Yep. Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk, then a scooter runs it over, so now it's not just old and cracked, but shattered?
With Verizon, the answer is always yes. Trade in any phone from one of our top brands for the new iPhone 16 Pro with Unlimited Ultimate. Plus, get a new iPad. Trade-in terms apply. See Verizon.com for details. Apple Intelligence can involve.
Good.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot?
Classic arena, do the single faction.
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Hey, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Well, I do now.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
Did you say you're cutting me off?
Yes, second chat.
Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Get some water. I don't need to use that right now. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys going to be doing the fusion? Not sure? Taking a pass? I'm probably waiting to see what the events are going to be. Hey, none such. Yeah, it's not the most enticing fusion, but to be fair, especially nukers, sometimes you never know when they come in really useful. And her damage wasn't bad, it just wasn't like crazy good either. I have my Glyciad built for my video that I'm going to be filming probably tomorrow. That reminds me, I should take a look at Armons quickly. I'll put you in pinpoint. That's a hard banner to get rid of. Do I not have a lot of... That's right. I remember why I didn't go for the stone skin / other stuff. It's because I don't have the right stone skin accessories to really put them in stone skin, although they're better than I used to have. But now I gotta get rid of that. Yeah, that's fine. Normans is not going to be in stone skin. That's fine. Fair enough. There we go. Mission accomplished. Doom Tower. Yeah, she is a force attack. That is one of the things, too. There's not a lot of really good force attacks out there. And she may be one of the better force attacks, period, now. So... And since her partner is a affinity champion, it might be really easy to pull him. At least it's certainly easier than like a void affinity. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Not gonna work. Fine. Thor is just such a beast, by the way. Alrighty. Do that, and then you'll run the attack one. That's fine. All right, so Doom Tower. Start getting some more of these keys done because I can. Rare spirit only. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. There we go. Oh, that's right, because when Master Butcher dies, we're going to get a random revival, which is mildly annoying, but we'll live with it. Yep, no worries, James. Glad to help. All right. That's 17. Do one more of these. Magic support champions. Oh, you're good for this. You're good for this. You're good for this. You're good for this. Actually, you're good for this. And you're good for this. I should be able to just let this auto because between Brogni healing and Ugo keeping everyone alive and Tila offering some healing, should not have a problem with this floor. I used to use her, and she made her way into my Hydra teams for quite a while, and she just kind of fell out after a bit because she does a good job of what she does, which is burn people and put continuous heals on people and put Hex out. But eventually, I need people to do more damage than she does just when she hits, and the continuous heals kept getting stolen. So they were kind of like really annoying. And now it's less of an issue, but I've got like, I'd rather bring a Venus in than a Tila, for example. I'd rather put Venus in Cursed than have Tila. But yes, I mean, Tila's a beast. She's actually really good in Hydra still. But she's just kind of like good for progression in Hydra. To be fair, when she got her buff, she went from entirely useless to a very good an A tier champion in Hydra. But she's not an S tier champion in Hydra, is I guess kind of where it's at. But, maybe I'm underestimating her damage a little bit because she did more damage than anybody else on this team, which is pretty surprising given Venom Mage was on there too.
Hey, Spotifyers. Click or tap the banner to listen to Halloween Party. Fun tracks for your Halloween festivities.
So go run
Brought to you
that.
by our friends at Ford, the new 2025 Ford Explorer. It's all in the name.
It's time to review the highlights. I'm joined by my co-anchor, Snoop. Hey, what up, though? Snoop, number one has to be getting the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence.
But yeah, I don't regret building her after they buffed her. She was very good for a while. And honestly, she sped up my Orc faction wars for a long time too. Now she got replaced. The other thing she did do is she got replaced by Artek in Orcs. Because Artek is certainly a better burner than she is. Even though she's a better support champion than Artek is. But that's because Artek is an HP champion.
Order for Jennifer C. Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double hot, double whip, double sleeve? Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine? Hey, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year? Well, I do now. Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year? Yeah, you just said that. Did you say I just said that? Yeah, I'm cutting you off. Did you say you're cutting me off?
You earn We Match. Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
And for those of you who are not aware of what we're talking about with Tila, Tila used to be very unarguably the worst champion in Raid for a long time. She was just a meme. And they buffed her, and they didn't buff her very well, and it did not go over very well. And now the current iteration of Tila is really good. She's got burns on her A2, and then a continuous heal on everybody on your allies, as well as extending burns and Hex on her A3, both on 3-turn cooldowns. And then her A1 can steal buffs. Put it this way, if they released her as a fusion champion, as like a brand new champion instead of obviously Tila exists, rather than buffing Tila, I'd tell you it's a good champion to grab because it'd be very useful for a lot of people in Hydra. Yeah, because I think she used to like give continuous heals on like one champion, and it was conditional from something else. Plus, she didn't have an AoE burn; it was a single target burn, and she didn't have Hex at all. It was a massive buff. Oh yeah, I said if she was a fusion now, I'd recommend most players go for her because she's got a good utilitarian kit. But it definitely falls off in the late game. Basically, she can be very helpful on your account if you're doing normal, doing hard, or maybe even just pressing into brutal. But once you're pushing into Nightmare, her kit kind of falls down just a little bit. Unless you don't have things like if you're missing both burns and Hex, then she can be a good champion for you. Yep. Exactly, that's my thought. I think she's better in normal and hard than she is in brutal and Nightmare. Where burn is nice extra damage in brutal and Nightmare, burn is viable main damage in normal and hard. I'm so glad everyone has Ninja now. Ninja is so good against this Griffin. I mean, Ninja's like so good everywhere, but... I mean, I still find it amusing that people are saying now that Ninja is probably still a top 10 damage dealer in Hydra. But you got to bring Mikage in as well, and the build is very different than what you might build for other stuff. I need to look at him some more. I realized that he showed up and he does stuff with burns. I didn't do a lot of research into him. Honestly, the faction Unity champion I'm looking forward to is Knights Rev. And I may actually wail for that one if we get Prism Shards for that. Just because I do a lot with my Narcissus and Ancora, where I think as long as that champion doesn't suck and goes well with the Narcissus and Ancora, I think she'll be amazing. But again, I need to make sure that it's, actually going to work with the faction, so. Let's see if we can find... There we go. Let's... Alright, so let's see what he does. Attacks one enemy each time the skill is used. Permanently increases the damage inflicted by this skill by 10%. Weird, but kind of cool. Counterattacks with this skill every time enemy under HP burn debuff attacks this champion or allies. That's nice. Could be usable in Hydra as well, but generally nice in general. Attacks all enemies, places a fear debuff for 2 turns. The debuff cannot be resisted by enemies under HP burn. And I mean, fear is okay, but it's not even a true fear, it's a regular fear. But does not need any books to do damage, or to place the fear though, so that's kind of nice. Attacks one enemy 2 times as damage inflicted by this skill increases by 10% for the turns left remaining on any HP burn debuffs on the target. Stacks up to 100%. If someone's got 10 turns left on their HP burn, I'd be scared. Faction Unity 1, damage received by this champion is decreased by 50% while this skill is not on cooldown. That's okay. Each time an HP burn debuff is activated by an enemy, there's 50% chance to decrease this skill's cooldown by 1 turn. That's not bad. If this hits, this could be really nice. If the target is under HP burn debuff, this attack will ignore Stone Skin unkillable ally protection. Okay, that is nice. The problem is the person that's best with this is somebody like a Sulfurion. Yeah, I don't know who would be really good with this. I mean, I know there's some burns in Demon Spawn, but I don't know who I'd partner with in Demon Spawn to put burns on. That's true. Cecia could do the extension too, so I guess you'd partner with Cecia. Cecia would be the best one probably too. Whenever an enemy receives a buff or has their turn meter increased has a 50% chance to place an HP burn and has a 50% chance to instantly activate it instead. I don't think this is written properly here. 50% chance to place an HP burn, or if there's already placed one, should be a 50% chance to activate it instead. That's pretty sick. Yeah, Gizmak or Sulfurion are the two that'd be absolutely amazing, and they're not, yeah. But that's fine. HP burn debuff placed by this skill cannot be resisted or blocked. That's nice. Each time an HP burn debuff activated enemy, champions gain 5% ignore defense. That's nice. That stacks up to 100%. Wow, okay. This guy could eventually nuke in a long fight. This guy, I think, should be fun in Hydra.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave. I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
And you can book this by 2 to get that to 70% chance to place or activate. That's nice.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free.
Yeah, he looks like a fun champion.
Measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles.
And if we just go for the index here for Demon Spawn, I mean, not that Drexstar is like a meta champion in any way, shape, or form, but he can place burns fairly reliably. Not too bad. Scorit is a good damage dealer in general, so that'd be somebody that's not bad to bring along. Same with Candy, and Anithwe's got some use in Arena. Does she bring a burns? Intercept. She doesn't do burns. She's just immune to sheep. I don't think Vassal does burns. Tyrant does burns. Tyrant would be an interesting option because he does burns and then the ally protection. Tyrant's just kind of a meh champion now because that doesn't do a lot for you anymore. Obviously Duchess is great. Helicath is great. Yeah, you probably would need to pair him with a Cecia. Probably a Duchess. And then maybe Kymar for Arena, or maybe Drexstar for Hydra. Just to get extra burns out. I guess Mortu's not the worst champion either if you're playing with a bunch of burns. Interesting champ. Okay, we'll run this quickly. Come on, mythical gear. I need 6 more pieces of mythical gear. Still need 6 more pieces of mythical gear. That's not mythical gear. Keep in mind, Centrinos is slowly slipping away, so do finish this off if you get a chance. Yeah, Magnar does HP-related burn stuff, but Magnar loses damage with HP burn because he actually doesn't double hit if they're burning. That may be an exception to my crit speed in that set. Ugh. Quit yawning, chat. Yeah, I've had early mornings this week, and I have another one, so a little tired. We're always watching Nonsuch. Yeah, it probably wasn't the best idea on our hands, but you know. Alright, so what do I need? I need a bunch more fights there. So... Right. All right, so what do we got to do on this account? All right, purchase an item from the market. Guess you'll do. No, you'll do. I have a pinpoint with speed that hasn't been rolled up yet. No. I didn't keep a lot of 5 stars. The only 5 stars I kept in pinpoint were accuracy. But if you didn't keep a lot of, if you didn't get a lot of pinpoint, then other non-accuracy banners may be good. But that's not bad. Oh, there's not enough lizards to block revive. Okay. I was trying to figure out why TX didn't go first, or didn't not go first, but didn't block the revive. But he didn't block the revive because there aren't enough lizards on this team. I really need to figure out how to get my Ramontu a little faster. But then again, part of the problem is that it's a bunch of turn meter boost from Necmo landing debuffs. Done. Okay, monthly. Classic Arena, 4 different affinities. I can do that. Where are you? Hey, Striker, how's it going? Happy Siege Day. A lot less people celebrate that one, though, than CVC. Sponsors are going pretty good. You can see we've actually had a couple people hit 500, which is awesome. Because in addition to getting the top cash reward from that end on my end, I get gift subs out of that too, so that's cool. So you guys have been awesome. Much, much love and much appreciated on the sponsor. Keep going. We still have, how many days do we still have left on that? That's a good question.
I'm George Coronius. Ever felt that little pang of worry when your loved ones are out and about on Halloween or any other day?
Yeah, we got 17 days left on it too. So if you're enjoying it, keep on playing. If you're not enjoying it, well, you don't have to keep on playing, but I'd appreciate you playing it if you do. Hopefully you are enjoying it.
Instantly goes out to their emergency contacts. Scare away the worry, not the fun. Try Verizon Family free. Visit Verizon.com/Verizon Family.
Corn gluten meal, chicken byproduct meal, soybean meal. I don't think this is what my dog should be eating.
We agree. When it comes to dogs with food sensitivities, there's a better solution. Natural Balance limited ingredient recipes are uniquely formulated with a single source of animal protein and only high-quality ingredients you and your dog can both agree on. That's why veterinarians recommend Natural Balance.
That's awesome, Striker.
A better solution.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
We dominated the last one. We won all but one port last time.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Yeah, no worries, Bing. Do the important stuff.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
All right, that is everything I needed there. Let's just do one more classic arena fight because I can. I should check Siege on the alt. Last I looked, we had actually gotten to the stronghold, but I didn't see anything that was screaming, uh-oh, we got to get it done. There we go. Action War Stairs with a rare, that's easy. That's good, Ming. Yeah, it is definitely a strangely calming game. I mean, it's certainly a little unnerving at times too, but it scratches that itch of making you think just a little bit without really making you think too much. It's not quite utter brain deadness. I have finally gotten back into playing Elden Ring, though, and that's good. I think I'm actually at the end boss. But, of course, there's still the expansion to go to, too, so I don't know for sure. I don't have Odin on this account. I don't have any of these champions on this account. I would love a cardio on this account. I'd love a cardio on my other account too, but that's a different issue. Okay. I'm going to just go into Curse City. Actually, that's right. I wanted to go into Siege. We are losing in Siege at the moment, but that's fine. It's fine, chat. Interesting team. I know I can outdo that team. That's an annoying team, but shouldn't be a problem. Somebody I'm sure can deal with that. That I know I can deal with too. And I will do that. Oh, the fact that it's PvP but no defense auras and it's only all auras, yeah. You revived. Oh, good. Oh, thank you, Duchess, for reviving. And that should be it. I love Harima. Well, again, I actually mentioned it in some of the things Polariums could change. I actually think that what they should do is they should group Curse City, Doom Tower, and Siege together. Call them the city areas, and then make Doom Tower auras work in Curse City and Siege, and then expand on some more of the city auras. Because Doom Tower is finished content, so there's not going to be more new stuff there, which is fine. But having some new Doom Tower auras wouldn't suck. And having those Doom Tower auras also work in Curse City and Siege would open up interesting and different tactics. And I think that's the right one to do, because it's not Faction Wars. And really, the fact that only all auras work in Curse City is kind of annoying too. So why not make Doom Tower ones work? Oh, what do I know? I just play Raid. And sometimes design RPGs. Well, it's just making more champions more useful and more content, I think, is something that Raid could do. And Doom Towers, there's a couple champions that have good Doom Towers that are useful champions that would find more use in Centranos if they could. Lady Kimmy, for example. And in fact, since Lady Kimmy's kind of fallen out of PvP a little bit, although maybe she's coming back a little bit with Pinpoint. But Lady Kimmy could be fun in Siege. But her aura just sucks because it's only Doom Tower. But if it was suddenly also in Siege and also in Centranos, Lady Kimmy would be suddenly an amazing top-tier champion again, just by that aura change. Yeah, Iron Brago, Lana Tharl. Lana Tharl's got a 40% HP in Doom Tower battle aura. I would not hate a 40% HP in Centranos or a 40% HP in Siege aura. Yeah, Bragos wouldn't be too hard to fix either. Brago would... If Brago hit a little harder or had a more reliable provoke, he'd be useful in Hydra again. Because he does decent damage, but he's not a top-tier nuker. But now he's kind of been power crept even by that level. And then defense is great in PvE, though. But if you actually... if his provoke was better, then yeah, I think he'd actually be absolutely amazing in Hydra. Let's just take a look at Brago, because Brago's got one of the coolest passives of all time. I still think it's a cool passive. Brago, there you are. So Brago's passive, increase the defense of all allies by 10% of his HP, which is just so strong.
We decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you.
And 4-turn provoke, 50% chance to provoke bookable to 75 for 1 turn. If you gave him if you made this a 1 turn 100%, 50% chance bookable to 75 for 2 turns, very much like Angar, he'd be fine.
That's because there are endless
in Hydra. He wouldn't be top tier in Hydra, but simply making this guaranteed, or even making this a chance at a 2-turn provoke, make it a 100% chance to provoke and a 25% bookable to 50% for a 2-turn provoke, maybe. That way he's not stepping on Angar's toes, for example.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
Decrease the duration of all buffs. That could certainly use... I mean, if you raise that to 50%, that suddenly becomes very useful. 50% bookable to 60%, that's not bad. The increased defense, and then allies and then attacks 1 enemy. Yeah, it's just... This is an AoE attack, and it's okay, but the provoke is not as good as it could.
Restrictions apply.
Yeah, I don't know if he needs the second provoke. I would be fine if it was just a regular... I would be fine if this was a 100% chance. And then... And then maybe if this did something instead of stun, if it can't stun the target. Or like reduces the target's defense by 10% if it doesn't stun them or something like that. Or increases his defense by 10%. In fact, if you made this increase his defense by 10%, maximum of 50, gave this the provoke for 1 turn, and then raised the decreasing duration of all buffs on his A1, I think he's good. Actually, the other thing you could do is you could do the increased defense on everybody, counterattack on him, and then the attack with the stun. That way he's doing this decreased defense a little more often too. Or maybe even have this be a provoke and a counterattack. So that it's only one turn provoke, but it then is a counterattack afterwards. He does not hit as hard as Harima or Ragash. Nowhere near as hard, unfortunately. Let me go check. Because I have Hell Hades up here right now. So Brago. Okay, so Brago's AoE is a 3.7, and the single target's a 5.1, and his A1's a 3.6. Now, apparently, his single target's a godlike hit, according to Hell Hades. That's actually not too bad. In fact, let's just show that I can. This is Brago. So his A2 is a godlike top 250. And this is a strong, which is just kind of okay. It's kind of average for Hydra, it says. But yeah. But yeah, if they made this decrease attack not conditional, and then the provoke was 100%, that's an easy fix for that. And then put a counterattack either on this or maybe on this Fearless Charge, put a counterattack on him as well. And then he'd be stripping buffs regularly for a little while. He wouldn't be a full lockout provoker, but he'd have some solid use. So Harima's multipliers. All right. So Harima's multipliers on her A3 are 1.6. But I think she has a 100 point higher base defense. And she's getting additional defense every hit. So she basically gets 15% extra defense by the third hit of this. So this does better damage overall than Brago. Partially because she has a higher base defense, and partially because she's raising her own defense from it as well. And then this hits harder than Brago's AoE and has a provoke at 100%. And it can't be resisted. Yeah, I mean, seriously. Why can't Brago do a provoke? And if Brago, instead of this divest, can't be resisted from some people, does the decreased attack as well, boom, you're done. Nice and easy. And I'll settle even for a 75% chance bookable to 100% and take the conditional off that decrease attack. And if he gets that decrease attack, the provoke is better. Hey, Ronald, how you doing? Honestly, just those two fixes to his A2 may be good enough to bring him in the Hydra conversation as a progression Hydra champion, just because he'll be more reliable for decrease attack, which is huge, as well as some decent damage and the additional defense on everybody. And then we're looking for Ragash. That's the other one. So Ragash has the same defense or similar to Brago. His AoE is a 4.3, however. So his AoE actually, in theory, I don't know where they're getting some of this stuff from, because technically this AoE should actually hit harder than Harima. But Harima buffs herself constantly, so that's part of the problem. Not problem, but part of what goes on with it. To be fair, he only has this 10% damage buff, whereas Harima has a 20% damage buff too. So there's that. How is it going, Ronald? We're just talking Iron Brago. Oh, this isn't the right... I've got 3 or 4 gashes too. Yeah, it's weird. Probably because you watch my channel, Ming, so Raid knows you like cats. We were talking about... I don't remember how it came up. We were talking about... Oh, that's right. We were talking about Doom Tower aura leads, and Iron Brago came up from that. Because I had mentioned one of the things I think that they could do is take the Doom Tower auras and allow them to work in Siege and Centranos, and it would open up a bunch of interesting new champions and interesting new team compositions, and let them actually do some more Doom Tower / other auras that I think would just be overall better for the game to open up more variety. So it's one of these little minor changes, but it's, you know, it's things like that that can enhance the game and make the game more interesting that I think that Raid is missing the boat on. And again, it falls on the dovetails of, yeah, I mean, I don't know, Ronald, if you've seen my video on the Hydra stuff, but, because I like some of what they did with Hydra, and I like their goals in Hydra. They just didn't execute it as well as they could, which, you know what, that's fine. That sometimes happens. The problem is that it was several things that all hit at once in a way that made it feel bad for a lot of players that needs to be tweaked a little bit. But because Polarium has been so slow to respond, nobody trusts that they might tilt and pivot a little bit quicker than they have so far with this. So it's just kind of not going over very well.
Decisions. Still looking at cars on Carvana? When I used it,
I'm glad you like them. Appreciate it.
Electric. Just buy it already.
Hey, Christopher Becker, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Much appreciated. Is that...
Start your electric journey right here, right now.
That is not 1600. We're getting there, though.
Hybrid SUV with extended range.
Which, to be fair, less than 2 weeks ago, I was at 600. So, you know, I'm not going to complain.
This is the story of the one.
Hey, Brandon, how you doing? Hey, Chad, I don't know how many of you guys are super interested in Godforged or not, but Brandon's been putting up a lot of content on Godforged. I'm assuming he's still playing Raid too, but he was doing some Raid content for a while and has shifted to full-time Godforged. So go check him out on YouTube. Should be JKG Godforged, I believe is the name of the channel, right?
Getting the right ring won't be at BlueNile.com.
Oh yeah, the Ash video was a big deal. But also the MTG Jedi helped a bit. I think I got like 60 or 70 subs just from that before Ash's video hit, like 2 days later.
And ready to ship to your door. Get $50 off your purchase.
Yeah, I mean,
$500 or more with code Spotify at BlueNile.
I haven't been like following every little bit of it because I find if I spend so much time drooling over Godforged now, I will not be interested by the time it comes out. So I'm kind of letting the information trickle in a little bit and waiting for it to be a little closer to like an actual beta type thing. Because otherwise what's going to happen for me, I can tell you, is that I will be so sick about hearing little itty bitty bit of news about Godforged for the next 6 months that by the time something useful and interesting comes out, I'm just going to pass. But yeah, I'm still paying attention here or there. Every once in a while I check out some stuff. I like to, every once in a while I check out the Hell Hades videos, or I check out some of your videos, or check out other people's. And I do want to jump in and maybe do some content creation for that as well. But to be fair, I've been so busy just dealing with everything else. I think I'm going to probably focus on the raid stuff a little bit, let that grow a little bit. And then, you know, if Godforged, you know, gets close to being something good. I mean, to be fair, I'll cover the demo. I'll probably do a video on the demo easily. Which is supposed to be coming soon, I think. Not soon, but like in a few months, I think. I don't remember if it's like next quarter or 2 months, but so regardless, then I'm looking forward to that at some point though, so that'll be fun. All right, let's run this. We'll just run this actually, because I want to actually run a bunch of Sand Devil on this account. Late quarter, yeah, late Q. Okay, that's about what I thought. Yeah. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably, how do I feel about the fusion? Well, the video I put out in it, I talked about it. I think the champions both have some interesting uses, and if they do damage, they'll be good. Having seen the damage they do, they're okay. I don't think they're champions that, like, it's not a case of you can't miss with this champion. So if you decide you don't need a damage dealer, that's fine. However, if you could use a force damage dealer, or you're struggling to deal with mythicals in arena, I actually think that she could be very good. And if you have enough shards to possibly go for a guaranteed Hansel, the pair is going to be pretty sick. Yeah, I don't get the feeling that that they need to be paired. Just that it is a major power bump. Well, if you want to see the video breakdown of it, you can go check that out. I really hope people got my joke about gingerbread house hunters, but because Hansel and Gretel are the gingerbread folks, they haven't even said that there will be a guaranteed. We're just kind of assuming. But yeah, I made the joke about the gingerbread house because they're Hansel and Gretel, and they go to the gingerbread house in the woods, and they're witch hunters. So, you know, gingerbread hunters, gingerbread house hunters. But we know Polarium, so there's that's just generally how they've done it. Like they did for Alsgore, I think was 20 sacreds. Oh, they are going to release the old witch. I suspect that Hansel, Gretel, and the witch will all go live on Thursday. So I suspect we're going to have a patch after Siege, and then that's when the fusion starts. I can hit that tomorrow morning. That's fine. I did a clan quest. Yay! I did something. I'm helping. I don't know if they're going to do another limited dungeon so quickly. I suspect no. To be fair, if they did a limited dungeon during a fusion, that would absolutely suck unless every dungeon divers or every event that went into the dungeon was in that limited dungeon. You know, I mean, they did it with the Thor stuff, but they did the limited dungeon for 8 weeks. I don't know. I think the event dungeon is going to be saved for something else. I would not be surprised, however, if we got the event dungeon like at the end of November, all through December and into January. So we got like a 6-week Christmas dungeon of some kind. I mean, Sir Nick could actually be the boss for that with Jingle Hunter's support. It'd be actually pretty amusing. And Rain Beast. I mean, it almost writes itself. It's pretty hilarious. Exactly, yeah. No, it would probably be... I don't know if it would be Sir Nick. It could be the Xmas Tree as the boss, too. But yeah. Actually, that'd be interesting, though, because you could have Sir Nick as the boss, and then you have Jingle Hunter, Rain Beast, Fear All, and I don't know who else. Who would be the fourth other... Actually, let me take that back. It doesn't have to be Sir Nick. It could be Caroline. Caroline could be the bad guy. He's kind of like a Krampus, right? He's got kind of that vibe about him. I just need another elf. Oh, I think I know. They could do Nari the Lucky as one of the other elves too, or gnomes or something like that. Are there any other Christmas elves other than Jingle Hunter? We'll see. I mean, I don't know if they're actually going to do something like that or not, but it'd be fun. We have a snow... Oh, there you go. We actually have a snowman champ. Lazar. We have a snowman champ. There's your fourth. Your fourth thing. Caroline is the boss. Blizzar. And Jingle Hunter and Rain Beast and Feral as the supports. Let's do that Doom Tower quickly. Get rid of you. Honestly, which you two I don't want to get rid of. Actually, I think I want to do that. And let's just have some fun. Oh, Ronald, are you the one I was doing the takeovers for earlier? No, it's Doom Priest was already tuned, so I just built this. I just built the preset for her. She actually was already speed tuned for it, so it is ready to go. But in theory, you only need to run that on... What's it called?
What you doing?
Hey, DK Tarjan. Chanjaro. That's it. DK Chanjaro. There we go. I got it. First try. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. See, I'm torn between Thor and Herndig for just clearing generic wave content on this account, because they're both really good at it. But Herndig can, like, practically solo stuff right now, so it's kind of funny. Well, that's going to be a couple of hours, because Live Arena just closed, didn't it? I will say I cannot wait for, Yep, no worries then. I cannot wait for to finally fall back and lose an hour, because that'll make the stream starts a little bit easier, because right now the stream starts are right before reset, which is always kind of a weird time, because I usually have everything done well before then.
This is the story of the One. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right.
Okay, the monthlies are almost done. I can do most of those later.
When questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some places promise you a change of scenery. Others show you the world in a whole new light. Take Isla Morada. Between the brilliant sunsets, azure skies, warm, clear water, and endless activities, including legendary sport fishing.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the way that they're talking about, at least in Minnesota, they're talking about getting rid of the time change at all, is that they're going to spring forward and then keep it forward. I don't like that. I'd much rather have it fall back and always be back.
What's up, y'all? It's Joe Budden, here to talk about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win real money while watching football. You can get up to 100 times your money.
But whatever.
Prize Picks will give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive the $50.
Well, it's not going to fall back every year and only fall back, because then you're going to have some really weird times. Be funny, though.
On Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play a $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Let me take a look at it quickly if you want. It should still be tuned properly, but I can double check. Assuming you don't mind me running another key and hopping on. Okay. So let me set this to go. Oh, I don't have. Just go for that for now. That's fine. All right, let me hop on. Do. Go. Let's see here. All right, so add that account. I will need a code again when it is ready. Fortunately, we shouldn't have a problem with that. Go code. Close that. Go. Get off of James's account to why have that up still? I don't. That's right. That's the Batman. That's right. Okay. All right, let's take a look here. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay. Okay. So did it not work against? No, it worked here. You had a 2 key. Interesting. Okay, so let's take a look and make sure I've got this set up properly. Okay, so we're going to snag that because I do need to run it. All right, let's just double check, make sure I've got this set properly. That's correct. You're fine. You should skip your A1 on the first round. And you should skip that this round, and then... Draco is 247. Doom Priest is 220. There's the problem. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, I see the problem. Seeker's too fast. Seeker can't be over. I wonder if Seeker got a buff with like Faction Guardians or something. The Seeker's too fast. Okay, so let's put this under filter, fitting manager. All right. So he needs to be slower than 255. So we need to drop just a little bit of speed, which is fine. If we just drop, that's too much. Yes, that could do it too, because he's at least 5 speed faster. So if you empowered him recently, let's just see if I can do it instead by swapping in some gear. Okay, that's not going to work right. So let's just try. That's what I'm looking for. It's a lot of speed on that helmet. There we go. I figured out the problem. You got it. Okay, good. Not great, but Seeker does damage based on attack. So if I go to a fitting room, I throw this in there, that brings him down to 250. Ah, thank you somebody for reaching level 300. Awesome. I'm guessing that's Ming, but I could be wrong. But yeah, that brings us down to 250, which means this is working just fine. Let's just check the Ultra Nightmare, make sure the 250 works fine. Perfect. And then we're only saving 50 silver, so that's not a problem. And in fact, if this works, because you've already 1 key or 2 key to this, you can use this key on something else. So I just want to see if this gets in tune. So need this one, so Forecaster Seeker does last, and we're good. Doom Priest cleanses anyway, so we're good for there. Forecaster does that, and we are in. We should be in tune now. Okay. I want to let this get to like turn 8. But yeah, this will solve both your spirit issue on Ultra Nightmare and your general issue on your general issue on spirit it'll solve overall because Doom Priest is great for that, and it will solve your spirit issue specifically. And then if you're worried about damage, you can still... But this was probably breaking your clan boss in general. And the fact that it didn't break your other clan boss is kind of interesting. Although, to be fair, Septimus is slightly faster than that other team. But it shouldn't have been a major issue. Okay. And we're still unkillable. Perfect. Yeah, and you're doing plenty of damage. So there you go. You are all set. So we got that fixed. And that's my bad for not checking the speeds on Seeker. I looked at every other speeds and thought they were all great, so I didn't look at Seeker's. Ugh. But it was also working, so I didn't think that was a problem. So it happens. Glad we could fix that for you. Yeah, no, it's so easy to do. With anything that plays with the speed just a little bit, boom, you screwed something up, and it's so easy to do.
If I was to describe this sandwich in one word, I would say magical. Hi, this is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken
Let's
sandwich
stop the multi-battles. I'm going to hit the restroom. I will be right back, chat. And then, do you guys want me to raid out? Actually, I can raid out right now if you guys want me to raid out. Otherwise, I may throw up Elden Ring, because I am at the final boss. So you can watch me suffer against the final boss.
Try it with the original or spicy filet now for a limited time.
It's up to you guys.
Seems like there's more identity theft in the news every day.
Another major healthcare breach was reported today, resulting in the
Actually, I didn't realize it's 10 o'clock. Actually, I'm not going to have time for that. So I think we're just going to raid out, actually.
Accidentally expose you to identity
So,
theft.
sorry, no torturing the streamer.
Life hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it. Guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year at lifelock.com/Spotify. Terms apply.
You love listening to your
So let's go raid Cerberus Gaming. It looks like he's back to streaming. He hasn't been streaming in a while, and I haven't seen him on in a long time. So let's go give him some love. He doesn't have a lot of people in his chat, so he'll appreciate that.
uninterrupted music with Spotify Premium. That means you can enjoy all your favorite artists ad-free. Sound good? Then
Cerebus Gaming, not Cerberus.
for your chance to win.
Yep, no worries. Appreciate you stopping by. You all have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone. Appreciate you guys not canceling me over my opinions on Hydra. And I appreciate, it's nice to have some honest and good conversations about things that Raid can do. And yes, I know it can get tense sometimes because, people don't like their things getting nerfed. But it's nice to talk about this stuff and just, discuss things, have an open mind, listen to other people.